Aloha, it's Dave Lawrence. How you doing? A big mahalo for catching this today. I am excited because I'm joined in the studio by a cat who I've gotten to know over the last 10 years at concerts and stuff, but I've never had him as a guest. It's a legendary radio personality, concert promoter, pop culture icon of the islands,
Wow.
Uncle Tom Moffatt.
Wow, thanks, Dave.
You're welcome. Aloha, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Nice to be here in the facility.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Thanks for taking my invitation. So the folks will be coming around. I take us back to the original show because that's really one of the many ways that you've made the legacy that you have. First, when did you and Elvis initially meet? When did you first meet the guy?
When he first performed here in 1957 at the old stadium.
Had you booked that or someone else?
No, it was booked by a promoter from Australia, Lee Gordon.
Okay.
And I was asked to introduce Elvis in that first concert, and it was a thrill. It was one of the most memorable concerts I've ever experienced.
That was
really.
DJ Tom.
Yeah, it was DJ Tom. I was there, and but it was just it was Elvis in a boxing ring. They removed the ropes and the ring posts.
Wow.
His lighting was where the overhead lighting was where the
Just
lights
white lights.
No, it was boxing lights.
Right.
That's what they used. And he had really nothing compared to what the performers have today to enhance their performances.
Right.
It was just Elvis, and it was something I'll never forget. He was wow. He just captivated that audience. And the last number, he did Hound Dog. And he was called back for an encore. And he came back and did a slow version of Hound Dog. And he jumped off the stage. You ain't nothing but... It was, wow. Real slow, yeah? It was...
Chicken skin.
Yeah. So that was the first time that Elvis came to Hawaii in November of 1957.
And then in between that and 73, how many other times did you get
He came here for the Arizona Memorial Concert.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which I was very involved with Colonel Parker on that, and Ron Jacobs and I met with the Colonel, and we met with the Colonel when he enhanced or impressed or snowed the admirals of the Navy there. They all came down to his office at the Hawaiian Village, and his office was filled with paraphernalia about Elvis's latest movie and so forth. And you could see these guys came in kind of doubting. It was a brass from Pearl Harbor. Well, by the time they left, they were saluting the Colonel. But that's how that whole fundraiser came around to raise money for the Arizona Memorial. And that was at Block Arena at Pearl Harbor. Then Elvis filmed Blue Hawaii at the same time. He came in, and he just gotten out of the Army. And this was the first concert, real big concert that he did. And that all came about because the Colonel came here on a vacation a year or so before. And Ron and I were talking to him. He said, look, if you guys can get, I don't know, it was 20,000 signatures or something like that. This was in 1950. Well, the station went on the air in 1959. But it was probably about 1960. And the Colonel said, if you guys can get this many signatures,
right.
Well, Alamona Center just opened. So we got a big teletype roll, that AP and UP used, and the news came in and printed on these rolls. So we put one of these rolls over to Alamona Center. We got more than the
needed signatures.
Yeah. So that's how Elvis, it all came about. That's why Elvis came to Hawaii to do that concert.
And how many times in all did Elvis play in that arena, Tom? The Blaisdell Arena. Was that the only show in the arena, or was there more?
No, he did a few months, I think it was November before, he came and did
72?
72 would be. He did a couple of shows quietly there. It was mostly for Japanese visitors. And that's when the Colonel decided to have the press conference about the worldwide television show. And it quietly sold out. A lot of people don't remember those concerts. But I remember seeing Elvis at those concerts. I went backstage to see him. And he'd gained a few pounds, and he looked okay, but he didn't look like the Elvis that I knew. But when he came back for the January show, wow.
In better shape.
Oh, he just looked great. He was up. I think that was the last great challenge that Elvis had. I guess every movie would be a challenge, or going on the road, or the first time he played Las Vegas at the Hilton. But I think that was the ultimate show of his career, I think.
Wow.
up. One of the girls, over here, please. Rosie, come here. That's your hood. That's your hood. Bobby, come on, Marty. Yeah, right here. Start it out. Start doing it. Right here. Okay, Bobby, come. 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 Red, okay. Okay, anytime.
Elvis is now stepping out of the helicopter. He's attired in a white suit with, here he comes. Here he comes. He's coming up to get lays from the crowd. Hey, Elvis, how are you?
How are you?
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Glad to be back. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, one day late.
Thank you very much.
Nice reception, huh?
Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah.
How long you be in town this time, do you think?
Well, about a week, I would imagine.
It's going to be a big show Saturday.
Oh, it's
Sunday morning.
It's got to be, I hope it's good, you know.
I'm sure it will be.
I'm going to do my best.
Elvis, you got a lot of people here want to give you lays and say hello to you.
Okay, fantastic.
The biggest one since Alaska.
It's the biggest thing I've ever done.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Elvis.
Appreciate it.
And that was Elvis Presley as he arrived here before hundreds and hundreds of people who are now crowded around him, giving him lays. And it's really wild. Well, that's it. Elvis has arrived. You heard it first here on Cape Boy.
Can I have one too?